other thing I wanted to touch on is that Aaron Hernandez doc was so stupid, and people in this country are so incredibly stupid that when everyone was like, it's mind-blowing, you have to watch it, it's so mind-blowing. The people in the documentary are so dumb. Aaron Hernandez, of course, is the guy who's a closeted gay guy who kills the guy or whatever. You know how it is. And everybody was like, in the documentary, they're like, how could he do it? How could he killed someone and then he goes and plays football? It's like, hey, idiot. Athletes kill people. We know this. None of it's fascinating. We know this. They kill people. They beat people. They beat their wives. I can't believe he's had it all in front of him. I can't believe he do this. Yeah, rich people kill people all the time. How is this shocking? When you hear that that's mind-blowing and then you watch the documentary, you realize how fucked we are as a country. We don't learn any lessons here. We're like goldfish in this country. We have no memory. We cannot retain any piece of information. We start at zero every fucking day here. I can't believe. You watch that documentary, all these people are like, it doesn't make any sense. He's successful and rich and he just kills somebody. How does it happen? And then he goes and plays football like it didn't happen? Yeah. Yeah, that's what people do. I don't understand what's shocking about it. It's just so sad. What election? I mean, there's 20,000 arenas, 20,000 seat arenas being filled up so people can watch puppet shows. What election, folks, is going to help here? I mean, I don't understand. There's 20,000 people that file in an arena to see two puppets argue with each other. I'm not throwing, whatever. You can fill in who the comic is. They're making a lot of money, a lot more than me. But when you see 20,000 people laughing hysterically at a puppet, what do you think it's going to look like here? What country do you think we're living in? Are you aware of where we are and who's in the little houses and in the cars? Oh, I mean, they want to look at puppets. They want to listen to puppets argue with each other. Puppet shows are what I liked when I was 3. When I was 3 years old, I thought puppet shows were fun. Because there was a little thing at my school, it was a puppet theater, and the little puppet came up out of the little theater, and they had a fun show. I got over that by 3.5. I was done with it. I said, I don't like puppet shows anymore because I bought puppets. Your parents would get you puppets. This is what happens. This is the natural reaction if your mind has not been completely like shattered. You get the puppet, you buy the puppets, you play with the puppets for a few hours, you go, oh, this kind of sucks. I get it. It's a puppet. And then you're done. And then you move on. But there are large swaths of the population, millions and millions of people who still enjoy a puppet. I'm not trying to say, I don't want to be better than people. I don't want to be that guy. But at a certain point, when everybody's like in politics and you have all these people are doing debates, we're going to structurally reform the... What? They're watching puppet shows. How this country doesn't have a dictator already is amazing. I'm amazed that we don't have a dictator already. With what people, where people are mentally in this country. People are mentally broken in this country. Their minds are broken. They've been polluted with sugar and fat and drugs and booze and cheap entertainment, and they like puppet shows. You going to talk to them about climate change? Have the puppet do it. I mean, have a puppet moderate the debate. folks, I don't know what you think is going to happen. Good. Listen, Bernie, Trump, good, whatever. Bernie's got great points. I'm a big fan of people having health insurance. I really am. I know some people are upset at me about that. I also, on the other flip side, don't know if he'll be able to get it done. I know where we're living, you know? I know in order to get anything done in this country, he's got to go into the woods and convince a bunch of people in hoods in the middle of the forest it's a good idea. You know? He's got to convince a bunch of people barbecuing human beings, you know, that it's a good idea that we keep pre-existing conditions in. And I know that can be challenging. But I also am deeply skeptical of the ability for change because I've met people and I've spoken to the people. And I just don't know, you know, what, you know. I mean, I remember I was in rehab with a kid. I've talked about this before. We got out of rehab, and he invited me to his girlfriend's house, or his house. His girlfriend was there, and they wanted to watch the Jeff Dunham special. Now, I think Jeff is talented. I've never met Jeff. You know, all the disclaimers that whatever, you know, who cares? Fucking Jeff Dunham, like, well, I'm going to go on the road with Jeff Dunham. I'm going to open up. I dress up like a big puppet, talk about Disney, kidnapping your kids. I don't think that's going to fly. But I'll give all the disclaimers. You know, Jeff's great. He's got a lot of money. He's talented, whatever. God love him. God, you know, hey, ah, boo, ba, boo. They wanted me to watch a Jeff Dunham special, and they said, our favorite puppet is Peanut. And I said, what? I didn't really know. I knew Jeff was a ventriloquist, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know people got that invested in the puppet. I thought it was maybe like dirty puppet shit, like dark puppet. You could have fun with puppets, right? I guess. I don't know. But when I went to this house and I watched it with them, and I watched how excited they were getting, and they're going, and when Jeff brought out Peanut, they went nuts. They started clapping on the couch. I said, I looked at this kid and I went, you should do heroin. Like, you should go back to doing drugs. That was probably a better life for you than sitting here and having your mind numbed. And they just laughed so hard at this puppet. And I realized that for most people, life, like for a lot of human beings out there, I don't know how many people, let's just say far too many. Okay? For far too many people, life is a bowel movement. You know? It's just a... Like they just are existing on Earth, and they don't think too much about anything going on around them. They don't have the mental faculty to comprehend what is going on. They do not understand what is happening. And then the people that do have those mental faculties and do understand what's happening tend to poison everyone else. And the reason for that is because they meet them. Like the Bushes, the Clintons, they meet all the people. They go shake their hands. They do all these events, and they go, yeah, they're watching puppet shows. So why not kill people, poison people, start wars? Mm-hmm. You know, these people are watching Peanut. I mean, so, I mean, I'm not trying to say that we don't have a lot of bright people here, but the average American, and this is why I could never run for anything, that in my past and present and future. But the reason I could never run for anything is because I'd go, the average American is the problem. Like the average American who wants to watch the puppet show and just like, they just, I mean, you look at the people that are on a cruise ship and they just want to eat and just float. They just want to eat and fart and float. That's what a cruise is. It's a bunch of disgusting people that want to just sit on a boat and watch garbage comedians, garbage music, garbage entertainment, stuff their faces with food, pull into some port, go buy a knick-knack, go home and put it on their refrigerator, okay? And then go watch a puppet show. I mean, give them free college. They're not going to go. They won't go. What are you going to do? Force them to go with a gun to their head? You can put the military, you're going to drive them in trucks? Give them everything. Cancel the student debt. Cancel it. Do what you want. They don't want to know. People just talk. They don't care. They don't even know why no one knows why they're on Earth. So like the idea that most people are going to try to waste any time figuring out anything, they just go, ugh. They shrug. They just want to feel things. Their minds are dislocated from their bodies. They're impressed by light shows. You go to Vegas, you sit down in a restaurant, they got light shows because everybody, yeah. I went down to a restaurant in Vegas. There was a frog singing, and it's like, there's something fun about it because you're in Vegas. But like, this is what people want. They want the puppets. That's why politics is a puppet show. They're all puppets. People are like, why are all our politicians puppets? It's like, because you like actual puppets. You like actual puppets. So why wouldn't the politicians be puppets? I mean, fast cars. We like to see cars drive fast. You go fast. Your car go fast. Like to see people beat the shit out of each other. That's it. It's what it is. We just, want to see porn where people are beaten within an inch of their life, strangled, choked, defecated on. You can't come unless blood's being drawn. I mean, this is what people are doing out there. They're eating cinnamon roll pancakes at Denny's or 1,900 calories. I get it. They're eating salted caramel banana cream pancakes. That doesn't even sound good. Served with a pitcher. Me and Ben read it on the Patreon episode. Served with a pitcher of caramel. Pitcher. Not a side, a pitcher of it. You could drown your pancakes in caramel and then go see the puppets.